Hi folks, thought I'd do a video on this cement mixer I bought from Harbor Freight, and actually I had to put it together myself. It took about 2 hours or so. The parts, the bolts and stuff like that came in 2 plastic bags, not really sorted out in any particular way. So what I did was all the same size bolts and nuts. I separated them all out so I could see how many I had of each. And the instructions weren't too bad. Like I said, I had to get it in about 2 hours. It actually worked. This cement mixer works out very well. Paid $160 for it on sale, coupon, all the rest of that stuff. And I think I'll look it up again. I think it's a 3.5 cubic feet mixer. I had to mix about 38 to 40 bags of cement, and did one bag at a time, 80-pound bag, and it worked out great. I'm pleased with the mixer. And I would say after you put the bag of cement in the mixer, it only took maybe 5 minutes of mixing, and that was it, and it was mixed thoroughly. And if you look inside, there are 2 paddles that bolt on, and it did mix thoroughly. And you'll see there's a gasket going around here. That took a little bit of doing to get on, but not much. I did not use any kind of gasket sealer or anything else. I just laid it on around the barrel, had it flipped up, and then just sandwiched the other one on top of it. And no leaks, nothing. And if you look here, there's multiple slots, so you can have it tilt in either direction. And it locks in tight, so you don't have to worry about it accidentally coming loose and flipping over on you. There's different slots to lock it in, and you can see right there it's locked in pretty tight. After, like I said, about 40 bags of cement, 1 bag at a time, there's just a little bit of, paint removal on there, that's all. Other than that, the gears and the slots to turn it are still solid all around. And over here is the gear that turns the motor inside. I'll take this housing off and show you the motor. And here's the on-off switch for it. I'll run it for a little bit so you can hear what it sounds like and stuff. Here's the adjustment to go up and down to make the belt tighter on the inside, which I did not have tight originally. So then the bucket would just, it wouldn't move, wouldn't turn, because it was spinning on a belt. I didn't make it that tight. So then I just had to loosen these up and just put some pressure down on the motor to get a little bit tighter, and after that it was fine. Yeah, the other thing to remember if you do get one of these is, I can turn it by hand, camera. Here it is. You got to make sure you have this lined up, the 2 halves of the barrel, bottom half and top half, and you'll see the arrow over here. If you don't have this lined up, and then when you're putting these fins in, these holes won't line up correctly between the top half of the barrel and the bottom half of the barrel. So it's very important to get those 2 arrows lined up. The wheels are cheap. I mean, it's good enough just to pull around wherever you need it to go once you're on site. Okay, I'm going to take off that cover now, and you can see what the motor looks like. Okay, cover's off. There's just like 6 bolts that go around here. You see what bolt holes are. And there's the pulley, the motor, The only thing I wish it had is, you would think this would be a plug, but it isn't. So you really can't, you got to be careful taking this cover off, that you have to hold it, and even when assembling it. And they should have made this be a plug so you could plug it in and out, so you can get this cover off easy enough. But it isn't, so right now it's just braced up on a couple of the crate and some wood. So yeah, after I used it for about maybe 25 bags or so, the belt became loose. Had to loosen up those 2 bolts and just have someone push down on it while I tightened up the bolts. And that's it. And like I said, I put it in about 1 bag at a time, 40 bags. Worked great and no problems with it. After about 30 bags, this bolt here came loose. And when I was pushing this motor down to make the belt tighter, I noticed this bolt was loose. So that's why I took it apart today too, was I want to put thread locker on it. And other than that, it worked great. I think it was $160 well spent. I got more concrete work to do next year. Like I said, I would say it says it's 3.5 cubic feet. I put in 1 bag of 80-pound mix at a time, and in probably less than 5 minutes I had it mixed thoroughly. So well worth the price if you have some concrete work to do. Thanks. Oh, I'll put this back together. We're gonna have to get the thread locker on there and let you hear the motor run. Oh, I thought of something else too. In here, you take this bolt out. There's a bolt and a washer. There's a key which slips on the shaft, and it's slotted on the pulley in the shaft. Be very careful when emptying out the plastic bags when you get your cement mixer. You don't want to lose that key. It's very, very small, and that's what holds the pulley to turn on the shaft as one unit. So just be very careful you don't lose it when you're emptying out your plastic bags. Okay, put the cover back on. I noticed the bolt was loose again that holds the key in that I was showing you inside here. It holds the pulley on and the key in. So I found a lock washer and I put thread locker on it, and hopefully that holds it tight. I didn't want to over tighten it because I don't want to strip out the threads inside of here. So I think that should do it though. Alright, I'm going to turn it on so you can hear what it sounds like. So I don't think it's too noisy at all. Like I said, mixed about 40 bags of concrete a bag at a time, and it worked great. I'll put in the somewhere in the notes the model number, at least what the model number was when I bought it, and I think it was 3.5 cubic yards. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody out. Oh, the other thing to mention that it's all metric bolts. So just so you know, for the tools that you need.